APA Instructor Qualification, Community Leader Level, Physical Non-Standard. So because this movement comes from gymnastics, we're going to start on a bar to progress up to the movement. So what we're going to start with is just getting comfortable with feeling the bar, with having your weight on the bar like this. So what you're aiming to do is you're aiming to have the bar along your hips where your legs bend. So if you were to bend over like this, like touching your toes, where you're bending both from your core and from your legs, that part is what you want on the bar. If you're too high up, you're on your stomach and you'll be able to feel it, and if you're too low down, you'll be able to feel it too. So you want to find that nice spot where you bend. The next step is to get comfortable with bending and throwing, and at the moment you're just going to throw yourself backwards just a little. So if you want, you can keep your hands on the bar as you throw yourself back like this. And the aim is just to see how far you can get your feet back. As you get comfortable, you can take your hands off the bar. So a real key part of the technique here is getting the bend right. So the more bend you get, the more power you have to explode out. What we're looking for here is for your feet to come and bend under, and for your upper body a bit to bend over the bar, so you really kind of fold over. That allows you to get a lot of power coming back. So as you feel comfortable with that now, start to try and get your chest more over. So instead of throwing yourself back, you're throwing yourself up. So it'll feel a little bit odd, your hips will kick up, but you're no longer aiming to go back, you are aiming for that up. So what you will feel as you come up is your whole legs come up, and then you're hiking, I guess you could say. Your bum's going up more, but your feet are then starting to pull in. So as you get comfortable with that, what you want to do now is start to try and get one foot on the bar. Either foot, doesn't matter, looks like this. So you can see that I'm no longer going backwards now, I'm now putting a foot on the bar, I'm getting closer to where I want to be. My foot's going quite far on the side, so now I'm just going to try and bring it in, get it a little closer to the middle. And you'll see on that last one, I actually took my hand off to get my foot on. So I'll show you on the other side. So that's what we're aiming for now, to get a foot on, kind of in line with our shoulders, so that our hand comes off. You'll notice I'm not staying on top of the bar, I am popping back off. That's okay for the moment. So now what we're going to try and aim to do is to get a foot on in the middle, perfectly in line. So one hand, probably both, will have to come off for this. Now once you're comfortable with that, you can either head over to a wall and practice that, getting used to the feeling on the wall, which is a bit different from a rail because obviously your legs can't kick underneath, or we can move on to getting both feet on top. Both feet on top is slightly scarier, so you don't have to move on to it if you don't want to. You can stay with this, or we can move on to both feet on top. So I'll show you what that looks like. Now you don't have to go straight to that, you can go to both feet on and popping off, that's totally acceptable progression. All we're trying to do here is get used to the movement pattern, used to the bend and the kick up and then the bringing the knees in. Another progression, if you're after it, is to put one foot on top and then do a speed step or speed vault through. Once you're finished on the rail, you can come to a wall. The progressions for the wall are the same as the rail. The only difference is you can't, of course, swing your feet under, so you have to bend your chest over more to still get that bend. So to start off with, we're going to again just put one foot on the outside. Then we're going to progressively move the foot closer to the middle. You'll notice that each time I'm landing on the edge, on the ball of my foot, just like in a normal precision landing. So now what we're going to move on to is 2-foot landing. If you can't get it straight away or you don't feel you can do that straight away, that's okay. Keep working on the technique and the bending. If you do land 2 feet on top but your weight isn't over, just pop back off as if you had just fallen short of a precision. Remembering to use your hands to carry your weight down. As you feel comfortable with the technique, you can start to make it a little harder. So you can add a run into it from a wall run, you can come side on, or a lot of people like to try and land with as straight legs as possible. If you land with legs that are very, very bent, very crouched, you don't then get a lot of power out if you wanted to do a precision out of it. Whereas if you land with legs that are straighter, only a little bit bent, you're ready to go full jump.